Hey guys, I'm here with the boys to try and rate the best and worst teams of the group stage at Worlds that are currently there already. So getting into it, I first and foremost need to establish the rules that we're going to be agreeing on how we're rating the team, which are very simply S tier being the teams that are expected to win Worlds. In A tier, I would put the teams that have a chance to beat those teams in a best of 5 series. In B tier, I would put the teams that have a chance to beat A and S tier in a best of 1. And then in C tier, I would say it's unexpected for them to win, but possible. And in D tier, we'll say for this very special 0-6ers. Everyone in this room gets an individual veto where they can disagree with whoever put up the team. Do you guys agree with that? That said, I'm gonna get straight into it. I'm gonna say EDG. For me personally, a Worlds contender favorite. They won last year. One of the reasons why I'm putting them straight up there again is because they're a great team fighting team, and the meta is very unstable. A lot of changes happened since Summer Split ended. There's been multiple changes to the best AD carries in the meta, the best mid laners in the meta, the best junglers in the meta. That said, I think having great 5v5 team fighting prowess is mandatory in the current meta. So I'm gonna go ahead and put my money on EDG. A little biased because we scrimmed them in Korea and they kicked our ass, so.
I have a question, I guess a veto. How are they gonna win Worlds when they're not gonna make it a group? C9 and T1's gonna make it a group A.
Sheesh. Sure. I'm fine with saying EDG might not make it out of groups, but if they do, they can win a best of 5 against anyone. Like, let's put it this way, I wouldn't put C9 in A tier. That's my opinion right now.
Okay. Let's continue on.
Next in line, Yeon. What do you think?
bwipo took I wanted to put EDG because Viper's one of my favorite AD carries. So I'll just put Genji as S tier.
Yeah, I mean, they're
if not the best team. Also, I really like Ruler as well.
Ruler and Chova are pretty cracked. We'll see if they continue to pop off. I think that Peanut and Doran are great players, but I definitely think that that's where Genji is at their weakest. I'm interested to see if the meta shifts enough where Peanut can be as creative, because Peanut for me strikes out as like he's really creative. So when he's playing like Poppy, Sejuani, Jungle, Trundle, he was super creative on them. And obviously if you're playing a carry jungler has to acquire a lot of resources, it's a little bit harder to be creative. So like I think it's fair to say that they can win Worlds.
Yeah, I think they're S tier. I
think they're S tier for sure.
I think they're like, out of the teams right now, like if we're gonna
but I'm not sold.
Put a favorite, I think it's Genji. Let's see. What it is? They're eyla.
Yep. I think I'll be choosing a T1.
T1?
And I will put them S tier.
S tier.
Veggie gets re-zeroed by Genji. I think with their patch changes, a lot of the carry top laners got buffed a lot. I believe that Kara will be unlocked and like be able to roam around the map and then be able to support the top side of T1.
I can agree with that. I have nothing to add to that. I think that's pretty much the way I read it as well.
For me, I think they're definitely high tier, but I don't think they're like S tier because that means we're just putting them similar to Genji. So I would just put them in A tier, like similar with EDG.
You already vetoed me, bro.
You already used your objection.
This is not a veto. I'm just saying my opinion because I think in my opinion there's gonna be like 2 S tiers and then there will be like a lot of A tiers and the B tiers and D tiers.
I'll do it for you. Objection.
What is this?
Do you actually think?
I'll use my objection right here.
Do you think T1 is an A tier team?
I just think the Chinese team, there should only be like 2 or 3 S tier teams, and I think we should at least have like one Chinese team.
Yeah, there's gonna come. That's my next.
Yeah.
If we're not believers, we're not believers. It's fine. You can object.
I hate you enough to object. I'm just objecting.
You're objecting.
And I'm only doing this to annoy him. It's just to annoy him.
All right, A tier team it is.
Okay, so I'm here for spicy taste. C9 is A tier.
Damn.
I'm
on the same as EDG T1.
Insanely fully on copium and hopium. C9 Worlds is in A. You can't just miss home playing ground advantage, and then I think they're on a good trend to perform at Worlds. So
I'm gonna object.
Oh, you're using.
I think the reason why C9 was great in LCS is because they were a tier above everyone else in their roles individually. Like I think almost all of their players, if not all of their players, were playing better than their opponents in all of the best of 5s they play in. Like near the last 2 at least. Individually they were better, and I just don't think they're gonna have that type of juice coming into playing a best of 5 against EDG, T1, Genji. Like they're just not gonna have that type of juice in a best of 5. I'm down for some copium, so I don't have to put him lower.
Yeah, I agree on the logic.
I'm gonna save it because I'm gonna have to put someone in D tier. Anyway, I'm gonna the last easy one. I'm gonna say GG's.
Yeah,
their favorite to win Worlds.
That was also my take, but I knew you were gonna do that.
By going by history, I would put them in A tier, but like I feel like they're pretty cracked. I mean, the reason why I'm putting them here is like they have insane clutch factor. Like these guys actually refuse to lose.
They came on top of like all the competition, and then they're carrying that to Worlds. I think Genji and JDG actually is like the two favorites in my head that could win right now. Obviously, we'll see once it starts and how the meta is shifting once Worlds start, because meta shifts like day by day at Worlds. Like it's crazy.
That's true, yeah.
So like we'll see what happens, but yeah, those are the two. I agree.
Next, yeon.
I think the Flying Oysters are going to be the best team in Worlds, so I'll put them at S tier.
We got to agree, far.
All right, I'm gonna veto. Hot take. They're just.
Shit.
they're gonna go.
Why?
No discussion.
What? I gotta hear an explanation.
I don't know who they are. I don't know who the players are. I have no idea. But with a name like that, you can't focus. Like, there's no way you can focus and win if you have a name like
enemy
that.
team can't focus, so it's GG.
Neither can you.
That's the clutch factor. I agree with Yeon right there. And then the team's like, Flying Oysters, who is that? And they're like, look at their name, haha, and then
they lose.
They go on stage like, oh my god.
They're
They're
cracked.
so good.
They're cracked.
Now, are they? I don't know. I
And
didn't watch them.
let's move up to C.
See?
For the name.
For the
For the name? Can win?
yeah, they get +1 for that.
Okay, but we need someone in D tier, guys.
I got one. I got one for DTO.
Okay.
Who we get?
Let's hit it.
Alright, well, Tikana Dodo's Hopium.
Oh.
I'm gonna have to put 100 Thieves in the
Can't win?
Ooh.
D tier. Yes.
Can we hear an
Loses every
explanation?
game. 0-6.
I mean, their group is pretty hard.
I'm down for 100 Thieves 1 and 5.
1 5, yes.
0-6 or 1 and 5, I would say. This
So
is like
next
2 and 4 tier, like 2 and 4.
Yeah.
It's like 3 and 3. This is like 4 and 2, and this is like 5-1, 6-0. Last time I saw 100 Thieves Worlds, I was very happy to have them in my group, so I'm just gonna keep them right there in D tier. What are we thinking, Dodo?
Next spicy take. I'm gonna go with putting GOM esports B tier.
Ooh.
Not A tier, but B tier.
Who's got objections still?
The B
It's only me.
because Vietnam in the past, like at Worlds, like we know like how aggressive these guys play. Their player base is insane. Their infrastructure and their competition is pretty good. So like I won't be surprised. And when I was doing like the play-in predictions too, I think them and like Saigon Buffalo, they're actually like pretty good teams. In terms of like their play style, so I want to put them in B tier.
And I agree with Dodo. It's hard to underestimate. Like underestimating them feels like the wrong thing to do. So I will put them in B tier. I agree with B tier.
Okay, next.
I think
These were tough ones.
Top Esports is also a world's winner.
Ooh.
You're like a LPL enthusiast. You pick EDG,
Yes.
JDG, TS. Like
Yes.
you're
Bro.
broken G2 right there. Come
Every
on.
year I went to Worlds and I went home. LPL sent me home. Okay.
That's true.
Top Esports was definitely having the upper hand in the series against JDG. So if everyone agrees that JDG should be a favorite, so should Top Esports because they look both really close. That's my thoughts.
Sounds good.
Next one.
I would put Damwon on A, even though I think they were struggling in the regular season, right? And playoffs.
A little
if I
bit, yeah.
remember.
A bit, yeah.
But I think all their players are pretty good. So I think they'll bring it back.
Agree?
Objection.
Oh, baby.
We're being petty now.
So Yeon happened to object to me earlier, so I'll have to object this time as well. I'll put them to B.
Oh.
Straight pettiness.
Reason being?
That one is the same level as Gummies. I
You heard it here first.
I'm fine with that.
I think having top lane struggles is gonna be a very big downside to their Worlds run.
I'm saying.
I just think
this is
Portal is
power.
still good.
I'm fine with putting him in B tier.
I have objection power.
He's just
What's next?
I'll pick Rogue for B tier. I think they showed up in finals in 3-0 G2. They look very good. I
pretty
don't
low.
think they have the power to defeat Eastern teams though, but I think since they are best flying horses, they'll get their wins there and then end up 3-3 or somewhere around there.
I think 3 and 3 is fair. It's just hard for me to imagine them as more than that, but I could see them as less.
Right.
So where do you put
finally,
G2?
G2.
you have all the power. No one can object to you
G2
anymore.
G2 is in D tier.
Oh!
Just kidding.
Okay.
I'm just petty because of the MSI. I mean, I would usually put them in A tier, but I'm gonna put them in B tier.
Agreed.
Yeah, B tier right now.
I would
Right
even
now.
argue C. The only reason I put them in potentially at C is because I think they really rely on their mid jungle to turn it on and carry like pretty hard. I think last World, at least last times I saw Broken Blade at Worlds, it was not fun for him. I think B is fair because Caps and Yankos, Caps is, at any international event always has some magic, and I can definitely still see that plus the fact that their bot lanes are really stable players, that being sufficient to steal some games from the best teams. So I could definitely see them go 3 and 3, potentially make it out of groups, but I would say that it would be wrong to bet on them to get out of groups.
Okay.
That'll
Well,
be
you're
it.
100 Thieves like that. The only D tier team.
Only because I don't know what
Gotta be.
the oysters are on about.
They
They were D tier in my eyes, but I put them in C because you guys love the name. So yeah, I mean, I would personally say that this is like I would obviously swap 100 Thieves and the Flying Oysters. We'll have to
I
see.
would swap a couple things, but
Yeah, me too.
like because of
Yeah.
names.
No, I agree with you. Like,
I think it's necessary to have some spice because whenever you go to Worlds, there's always a few teams that either choke or just overperform out of their
that's
minds.
true.
Yeah.
So I think it's necessary, and oftentimes they become more accurate.
I like our list. I feel like it was a good list. It makes
I like
sense. It makes sense. Hey guys, I appreciate you watching our tier list. Please leave a comment down below in case you disagree or agree with our list. And thank you for watching.